What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Helldivers 2. So just today, the new Freedom's Flame warbond just released, and hopefully I'll be able to get this video up by tomorrow. But essentially, I want to go in and I want to test every single weapon in the new warbond, and we'll see how everything fares up and how it does in actual gameplay. I'm going to be testing it against the main enemies in the bug on the Terminated side, and then maybe next video I'll do it on the bot side. I don't think it'll be doing much with the bots just because bots aren't very weak against flame, but we'll see. So the first thing that we do when we open up our warbond is we go ahead and we open up our heat seeker. This is the new armor type that provides 75% damage resistance to fire, allowing barrier to rest assured in their inflammability, along with some extra armor that doesn't make much of a difference. We got the big stretch victory pose, and we got 100 super credits. We got an orange hellpod pattern, as well as the SG451 cookout. So first I'll be testing out the cookout. It looks like a version of the Punisher, shotgun, and it is a light armor penetrating, rounds reload, which means it's just a pump action, and it's incendiary. So that should be cool. It'll be inflicting fire damage while also being a Punisher shotgun. The FLAM-66 Torcher is the next weapon that gets unlocked, as well as a banking pose, this player card, another 100 super credits, another armor. This one is going to be the medium, the Jaakeup I-102 armor, the medium version of inflammable, as well as an orange Pelican 1 pattern. And then this one I still need to unlock it, but hopefully I should have it unlocked by the end of this video. I'm going to be where we have the orange mech suit pattern. We have a thoracic collision exaltation maneuver. I don't know what that's all about. Another 100 super credits, the P72 crisper, which is medium armor penetrating, incendiary, and one-handed, as well as the firebomb hellpods, lines all hellpods with volatile incendiaries that detonate upon impact, igniting any units in vicinity of the drop site. So let's just get started with the SG451 cookout, and we'll also compare it to the Punisher. Punisher is a little bit stronger. It has the same capacity. It has less recoil than the Punisher, and its fire rate is the same. So these two are pretty much the exact same weapon, even in design. The only difference is that this one catches fire. Both offer some pretty good knockback. And then we'll try out the FLAM-66 Torcher. Yeah, it looks like they have two new variants for the fire armor, as well as some helmets. So we got the I-44 Salamander helmet, or armor, and then an I-92 Firefighter, and I believe this is a heavy armor variant, and as well as this. And first I'll also be taking a look at the new flamethrower to see how that is looking. So this is the new weapon. Okay, this is a new weapon. There you go. Pretty much the exact same as a Punisher. And here's the new flamethrower. Let me get in some light. So I don't know how I feel about the flamethrower. People say that it looks uglier now, but I kind of see what they mean, but I also kind of think that like that's where it looks ugly, honestly. There's definitely a lot more recoil control needed for the flamethrower now. It doesn't just shoot out, even though you're literally just shooting a hose, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, like now if you pay attention to my white circle in the middle, it just flies up. I don't know, it doesn't make much sense to me. So you definitely gotta control the recoil more. Oh, I'm at the edge of the map. Alright, and then next what I want to do is I want to test out the fire resistance, so... Not bad. Okay. I will say that definitely took longer than I thought it was. But, you know, with the resistance armor, it is very useful. Why the freak did it spawn me so far away? With the new fire resistant armor, it is very useful for anyone who might burn themselves accidentally, like I often do. But this is what I don't like about it. What the freak? That like bounce, like it's just, I don't know, it's weird. Okay, you know what I mean? Like it just bounces off like it's a projectile, like it's fire. why is fire bouncing like that? I don't know. I don't know the whole physics behind flamethrowers, but from what I can tell, this is not at all how a real flamethrower handles. It doesn't just, like, I don't know, it doesn't just stick to stuff and then bounce off of stuff. It'll stick to stuff, but it doesn't just randomly bounce off of stuff. All right, so here's some enemies. Let's try out the new flame punisher. Looks like it's one shot to, oh, not to hunters, surprisingly. But it's one shot to these things to break their head. Let's try it on this leg. Okay, so it breaks its leg in one hit. And then kills it in two. And then let's see what the distance is. Or how the distance is. That's pretty far. And it looks like it stays on fire for about 4 seconds. And it hits about 9 times, according to the red hit markers at least. Yeah, about 8 or 9 times. 3 shots to whatever that thing is. I don't know the name of bugs. But it was about 3 shots to that. Alright, so that is Bile Warrior. That's a Hive Guard. That's a Bile Spewer. Let's see if I can snipe that from here. What the freak? That thing just... I didn't even know they could spawn on this difficulty. Hey, that's a pretty good test though. Took about 4 or 5 shots to a stalker to take it out. And then as for hive or horde clearing, I'd say it's not too bad. And it also has a bit of spread as well. But it has a bit of spread, so you don't have to directly hit the enemies. Okay, about 5 shots I think that was. To break the directly in the head of a bile spear when it killed it. Overall, I'd say this is a pretty good gun so far. Now, you could probably safely run through fire. Yeah, it's pretty slow. And it only takes about a half health. I'll do a test with comparison with the like regular armor, see if it's any different. As you can see there, the reload animation is still bugged. They'll continue to try to tell you that it's not, but it really is. So other than that, I believe that is about all the things that we could test it on here. There's probably some more enemies that I could test it on. But I would say that overall this is a very good weapon and I would recommend it. So let's go ahead and check out the other weapon. Next up, it is the FLAM-66 Torcher. FLAM-66 Torcher is a special weapon. A lightweight flamethrower shoots pressurized fuel through a dispersion nozzle into an open flame. Safe. Why does it say safe? Damage per second is 250, capacity is 80, recoil is 3, medium armor penetrating, and incendiary. And I'll also be comparing it with the regular flamethrower as well. So we have landed, and let's check it out. Okay, so this is the new flamethrower weapon. Not bad. Okay, so 31 out of 80. 25 out of 80. So it goes down pretty fast, actually. See how long it takes to take down a full thing. About 13 seconds of just non-stop firing, so that's decent. But that also depends on how well it takes down enemies. So let's go test that out. Flamethrower has 100 out of 100, so it should be about 100 seconds. Or, not 100, about 15 seconds, so let's see. Alright, I wasn't counting. Let's see how well it does. I'm kind of disappointed that he was able to jump. Like, at all. Wow, okay. That's very disappointing. That was 2 enemies for 1 full mag. Alright, so that was about 22, whatever numbers you want to call it. Just for 1 enemy. Oh, and I'm on the ground. Hang on, I'm on fire. Why are there so many stalkers? I swear to God, I don't remember stalkers being on this low of a level. Alright, so you know, this is what I would want the flamethrower for, to be useful with. But it looks like it's not even going through the dead carcasses, which is kind of ridiculous. Like, this guy is only bleeding? I don't know. Alright, let's do this. About 5 seconds. And about half the mag just to clear it out. Wow, what the freak, dude? Okay, I guess now I want to try it on a stalker. Puck tooling on my dead body. Okay. Y'all, this is a flamethrower. What? Come on. It doesn't shoot like far at all. Say with 100% certainty that this is a bad weapon. It's the fact that he can like run away faster and attack also faster. Okay. Alright, that's proof enough. So the what's that thing called? The FLAM-66 Torcher. Do not use this weapon. This is by far one of the worst weapons I've used in the game. I think this is honestly worse than the Tenderizer when it first came out. Yeah, don't use this weapon. It's very, very weak, low ammo capacity, and it just doesn't damage. Maybe, you know, let me take that back. Let me try doing one with the charger. So let's see how long we last with this armor. Oh wow, that's way faster death. Yeah. I almost feel like that's a little bit faster than before though. I wish I had... I'm sure I do somewhere, but I wish I had like direct footage of the flamethrower from before burning versus now. Because I wouldn't be surprised if they did something like that, where they basically, instead of making the new armor 75% more resistant, they would make this armor like 25% more, and then just increase the rate of the regular fire. Does that make sense? Okay, so what I was getting at was that they probably made the old armor burn even faster, and then they made the new armor have a 75% resistance, but in reality it's only like 50 or even 25% compared to the old armor, because I really do feel like, or they made the old armor burn a lot faster than before, because it doesn't feel like it was that fast before. But I wouldn't be surprised if they did some shenanigans to make that new armor feel a little bit better, or make this regular armor feel worse. Yeah, it's about the same. Okay, so I guess it doesn't matter where the fire comes from when it's burning you, it just matters that it's burning you. So that's cool. Alright, so yeah, I got these 2 weapons now. I would say that overall the Fire Punisher, whatever that thing was called, is a lot better than this weapon, this assault rifle flamethrower, is definitely one of the worst weapons you could get. In terms of just upgrading it, I think what they really need is just to fix the fire damage. They shouldn't have destroyed the fire damage. They shouldn't have made it so that it bounces off of everything. Like, if you want to make it not go through rocks, that makes sense. But if it's not going to go through bugs or anything, then it's just like, what's the point, you know? I don't think I could recommend this. This is definitely one of the worst weapons. And other than that, let's move on to the next one. Let's see how that one is. I completed a personal order as well as a few other, and I unlocked the P72 Crisper, a compact handgun style flamethrower able to project a jet of fire over short distances. Damage per second is 250, capacity is 30, recoil is 3. The only difference between this one and the primary fire weapon that I heavily dislike is there's a 30 capacity instead of 80. It is medium armored penetrating incendiary. I believe it should be pretty much the exact same as the other weapon, with just as disappointing. It's just that now it'll last even shorter. Okay, it takes one full thing, one full magazine clip, whatever you gunheads call it. Ow. Okay. So here's what it looks like. A little tiny pea shooter, and it lasts about, what was that, like 4 seconds? About 5 to 6 seconds. That's the main issue I have with these flamethrower weapons, is that they just don't go very far. It's like not even a realism point, it's just a fun point. I feel like they kind of, Arrowhead really kind of hides behind this idea of wanting to create this realistic game with like realistic weapons, but I keep doing that. But we're literally sitting here destroying massive insects the size of skyscrapers, along with automaton robots that have the brain of their own and want to take over the world. Like, I don't think realism should be something they're focusing on. I feel like it's kind of a cop-out. It's like a way of saying this game is made poorly and we recognize that, but you know, it's because of realism. I don't want to say it's made poorly, it's designed poorly. It is kind of similar to the people who were saying that, like, they were kind of defending Arrowhead by saying, oh, you know, this weapon is bad because Super Earth is, you know, cheapskates and stuff, and they wouldn't give us the full, you know, like a mech. Like, they would say the mech was bad because, you know, we're Helldivers, we're playing with the lowest budget-friendly stuff ever, and it's just like, okay, that's fun for lore purposes, but at what point does it just become not fun, you know? Just not fun for gaming purposes. So can this even take this down? Oh, dude, I freaking... Wow, that took like 4 seconds of him burning. I will say that overall, that's a little disappointing what they did with the flamethrowers in terms of fire in general. I do wish they didn't do that, but I guess that's just where we're at. So I'd say that overall, the fire change was definitely a negative to the game, especially right before a flame-centered warbond was released. I don't really see the benefit in why they did that, but don't buy this warbond. In all seriousness, like this warbond is not worth $10. I highly recommend checking out my what's it called, super credit farming method video. I'll leave a link down in the description for it, and just do that for like 2 hours. If you have 2 hours to spare, just do that, and you'll have more than enough for the new warbond. And also remember that when you unlock this warbond, you get 300 more, as well as like other warbonds. You get 300 super credits per warbond. Don't pay for this. This is not worth it. They basically released a bad warbond with bad weapons. Yeah, just farm your super credits. Don't pay for this. This is kind of a bad overall release. Maybe the stratagem or the ship module thing that gives you higher fire. Oh wow, I have it unlocked. Okay. And it's only for certain stratagems. Wow. Okay. So I was gonna say that this enhanced combustion ship module was gonna make it better, but I guess that's only for stratagems and it's not for all weapons. So they literally just made it useless. There's no point in doing flames in this flame based warbond. Do not pay for this. Do not pay money to Arrowhead. They do not deserve it for this. This is probably their worst update. Like, it's not even just releasing bad weapons. They made all fire weapons bad and then released a fire based warbond. If you want it, grind for the strategy for the super credits by following my method and then come back and get it, but you're not missing much if you don't get it. You're missing some decent armor. I guess it's decent armor, as well as some orange skins. There's definitely no rush to come back and get this. This is not worth it, but I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of heartbreaking to see that. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to check out the rest of my YouTube channel. I upload daily Helldivers 2 content. Well, I upload daily YouTube content. And check out my Etsy shop, JK3D Productions, where I sell cool little 3D printed things like this, as well as other things. Make sure to hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. Check out my NordVPN affiliate link down below, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.